So let's go to crypto space now, see what's happening. As we see that volatility in the price of commodities, obviously it's also reflecting here. Risk assets, they're also responding to it one way or the other. So looking at the price of for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP for the week to date, we saw this number was taken out by 11 a.m. We've seen Bitcoin surge more than 3% this week. Ethereum, however, is on the flip side, and XRP both on the flip side. That's what we have seen for the week. But let's find out from Chuta Chimezie, the founder of Blockchain Nigeria User Group, what to expect perhaps, or is this going to even be sustained? So especially talking about the recovery that we see with Bitcoin. Hi Chuta, good afternoon, welcome to the program.
Hi, good day. Yeah, thanks for having me. So what we are looking at is how the market is treating Bitcoin at the moment. We all are seeing that Bitcoin is being treated by most investors as a high-risk asset. The assumption that Bitcoin was a hedge or a digital dollar or a commodity to the gold is already laid to rest, because the way the market treats Bitcoin, it looks as though it's the very first thing investors dump before they dump the dollar and before they dump the precious metal, especially gold. So what is going to be happening in the next couple of weeks as we also contend with the issues of the Strait of Hormuz is that we will continue to see a volatility level that have been unprecedented in the industry for a while, because the short gains that we saw within this week probably was because of the extension of the ceasefire announced by President Trump. And of course, MicroStrategy bought a huge amount, over 34,000 BTC, worth over $2 billion. And these are the things that sustain Bitcoin above the 76,000 mark, even touched 78,000 within the week. So it's something that we'll continue to keep our eyes on as we move forward.
Yeah, but Chuta, is there a possibility that that perception of how, as you said, the market is treating Bitcoin, is there anything that could change it? Because at some point there was the perception that Bitcoin is a hedge. Is there maybe an announcement or an action that could actually change that perception?
Yes, of course, that perception can change, because right now we are seeing that the escalation in the American-Iran war is forcing Iran to take decisions. We see reports that Iran is collecting their tolls in BTC and USDT, and of course, in addition to Chinese yuan. Now, that's part of the reason why Bitcoin is valuable. Now, if something drastic happens and we see a situation where there is a tendency for state capture that can force people to say, no, I don't want something that I will do that my dollar will be frozen, or I don't want a story that anybody will take and I can't have access to my gold, then naturally people will move towards BTC again. They will begin to trust BTC once again as a hedge against state autonomy and any evidence that shows there's going to be any high-handedness on the side of government and establishments. So that is still yet to be seen. But as now, when we're still experiencing the uncertainties of the war, Bitcoin remains a high-risk asset as far as investors are concerned.
All right, Chuta Chimezie, founder, Blockchain Nigeria User Group, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.